With 29 states, each the size of a small country, a rich history and remarkable diversity of culture, India has a huge potential in attracting tourists. Our history has given us exquisite monuments and temples together with archaeological finds for the tourist who is interested in them. Besides this, our country is blessed with naturally scenic locales right from the coast to the majestic mountains. Moreover, the government's campaign, Incredible India, has been a game changer in promoting the tourism sector and propelling India as one of the most favored global destinations. Around the world, there are several economies that are largely dependent on the tourism industry, including the Maldives, British Virgin Islands, Spain, Bahamas, and so on. According to the Ministry of Tourism, the percentage share of foreign tourist arrivals in India during June 2018 among the top 15 source countries was highest from Bangladesh, followed by USA, the UK, Malaysia, Australia, China, Canada, Sri Lanka, Japan, Singapore, and Germany. The percentage shares of the top 15 source countries availing e-tourist visa facilities during June 2018 were highest from the USA, followed by the UK, China, Australia, France, Germany, Singapore, Canada, and Malaysia. In order to boost the tourist footfall in India, it is vital that the country's tourism infrastructure, connectivity, hospitality, accessibility, and security is given a substantial fillip. For instance, Aurangabad in Maharashtra, a city that is frequented by a huge number of Asians for its Buddhist archaeological treasures, needs improved flight connectivity. Similarly, Mysore, the former seat of the Vodiyar royalty, has no commercial airport. The hospitality sector also needs to improve, especially in the second-tier cities. The sector must not just invest in brick and mortar infrastructure, but also in human resources. In the last few years, India has seen several attacks on tourists, especially women. This situation must be addressed not just because of the revenue lost, but also because these incidents tarnish India's image. Merchandising is another area in which India needs to improve to increase revenue generation. Like in Europe and America, it is nearly impossible for anyone to leave a tourist site without buying a souvenir. Another interesting area of the evolving tourism industry is the Buddhist circuit in the country. The holy places of Buddhism, where Lord Buddha was born, and the places where he taught, preached, and attained enlightenment and nirvana are part of the Buddhist circuit. These are the spiritual homes of Buddhism, housing temples and monasteries of huge religious significance, where followers of Buddhism associate themselves with the teachings of Lord Buddha. The Buddhist circuit has evolved as major tourist centers for not only followers of Buddhism but others as well. In India, the Buddhist circuit includes Bodh Gaya, Vaishali and Rajgir in Bihar, Sarnath in Varanasi, Shravasti and Kushinagar in Uttar Pradesh. The Tourism Ministry recently held talks with the World Bank and the Japanese government for funding of a few $1 billion to develop and promote this Buddhist circuit in India. It will not only help in doubling foreign tourist arrivals, but also bring in more revenues. A 2018 Economic Impact Report by the World Travel and Tourism Council has said the nation is expected to establish itself as the third largest travel and tourism economy by 2028 in terms of direct and total GDP. The total number of jobs dependent directly or indirectly on the travel and tourism industry will increase from 42.9 million in 2018 to 52.3 million in 2028. WTTC has also called India the 7th largest travel and tourism economy in the world. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.